What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing some embroidery on some game jackets. So if you guys are interested in seeing the process on how I'm going to do this with the MT1501, stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do the front, right? We're going to do the chest pieces on these, and then after we do that, we got two big images. We got a 10 by 7, which is going to be this one right here. It's about 139,000 stitches. This is going on 3 of the jackets. When we get done with that one, we're going to switch over to this image right here. We're going to be doing this one. This one has 118,000 stitches, and it's 7 1/4 by 8 inches. So let's go ahead and set up the front chest for these jackets right here and get this rolling. Alright, so originally I had this gold and this silver right here set up already, right? But the customer wanted 1825 and 1811. So I got those on there. We're ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Mighty Hoop and set up the jackets to do the chest. So let's go. Alright, so here we are with the Hoop Master. We already have our placement set, right? So we're going to drop the magnet in there, and then we're going to open up these little clamps right here, set our backing in there. Alright, so now that we got our backing on there, we're going to go ahead and put our jacket on here. Alright. However you want to do it to get it on in place, you do it your way. Alright, so you're going to get it on there, and this is a bigger jacket, right? So what I like to do is I'll fold this up. I'll fold it up so that whenever I bring it down, it's not all bunched up down here on the bottom, preventing this thing from being straight, right? So I'll fold it up just like this. And once I got it folded up, I'm going to bring it down to E, right? So for E, we're looking about right here. Right, so now that we got our jacket in place, right? The center of this right here where the zipper's at, you want to center it with this line right here, right? You want to make sure it's not to the side, because then your image is going to stitch crooked, right? However you have it is the way it's going to stitch. All right, so we got it nice and straight. We're going to take our Mighty Hoop, the top piece right here, we're going to put it in there, stretch our jacket just a little bit, because there's a little, like I said, it's fluffy, so if you can see there's some wrinkles in it, right? So then we're going to go ahead, and then when you're ready, put your Mighty Hoop down. What it does is now it got the back magnet and they're stuck together, right? So now we're good. Give it a little tug just in case there's any wrinkles in there, right? And then this thing doesn't come straight off. I've seen people try to fight with this to take it off. This is not going to let it. So you just simply tilt it back and pull it straight up. All right, so here we are back with the MT1501. I want to say thank you to everybody that has supported the link down below. Remember, if you guys are interested in one of these embroidery machines or any of the embroidery machines that Ricoma carries, make sure you guys go down below, click that link. It'll save you up to $250, right? By you clicking that link, right? It's going to save you 250 bucks, and then you can go have dinner on me, right? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and thread our jacket on there, right? Remember, you have to put the inside of this through this right here, right? If you don't, you're going to embroider the back of the jacket to the front of it. Trust me, I've done it before. Don't do it, right? So we're going to put it on there, and then we're going to go ahead and simply push it forward till it clips into place, and we're good to go. I still always make sure that make sure that it's not cut underneath, right? Everything is out of the way, and we're not going to embroider the back of the jacket to the front. All right, so with this one, I'm not sure about all of them, but I've seen a couple of the other one, the 1010s, whatever else they carry, comes with a screen like this, a touch screen, right? So all right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to come to our file right here. And then we're gonna come, I've already done a stitch out of this one, so it's already on the machine. And I believe it's this one. Yep, there it is right there, Bad Makings, Printing and Embroidery, right? So, first thing we have to do is change our colors, right? So our colors are set to number 10 and number 13, right? So 10 and 13, we're gonna be doing the gold first, and then it's gonna do the silver. So we're gonna line this up as 13 and then 10. Right, so all you're gonna simply do is whatever color is first, you're gonna hit that one, 13, and then the next one is gonna be 10, and we're good to go, right? So, all right, and then once you got that, you can go ahead, okay? And now we have our image, but what I wanna do is, because I was doing another image, I moved this up, right? So I wanna make sure that this image is centered on it again. So what I'm gonna do is hit design, and then I'm just gonna hit the C again, and then hit OK, and it's gonna center it back to where it needs to be. All right, so we're back to the center. All right, so once I hit trace, what's gonna happen is this head is gonna move all the way to needle number 1 because it always traces off of needle number 1, right? So I'm gonna come right here, hit trace, it's gonna move over. Don't touch this until it's done. Once it's done, you can hold it down and let it trace out. So we look good right there. So we're good to go. We got our colors picked, we got that gold, and we got our silver, exactly what the customer wanted. Once you're ready, you can go ahead and hit start. Right, so as you can see right here, it says automatic manual, meaning it will automatically switch to the next needle, but it will not start stitching until you hit start, right? And then you have manual to where I hit start right now, it's going to stitch, and when it's done, it's gonna stop. I have to then come hit start again for it to move to the next needle, and then hit start again for it to then start stitching, right? And then here we are with automatic. As soon as I hit start, it's gonna automatically start stitching. It's gonna switch to the next needle automatically, and then automatically start to embroider the next color, right? And that's the only reason why it stopped, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on automatic because that's where I want it. So let's go ahead and get back into this. All right, so to keep things going, I've ordered 6 of these here, right? I mean, I can only embroider one thing at a time, but I can hoop the next one, so as soon as that one's done, I can start on the next one, right? I don't have to wait and hoop the next one now that I have 6 of these here. The main thing you have to remember is the first jacket that we did was a 4X, right? Now we're going to an extra large. When it comes to the Hoop Master, you now have to switch this to another one. If you don't do that, your placement is going to be wrong on the X large jacket compared to the 4X jacket, right? So you have to make sure that you look at your letters and your numbers that you're working with, right? So whenever you get the Hoop Master, you get this paper, right? So I taped it to the wall so I don't lose it. The biggest it says is 3X, right? So I went off of this one for the 4X, right? Now we're going to an extra large. We need to go from a 24 to a 20. So if I did it at 24 for the X large, it would be way off, right? Again, these are just recommendations that the Hoop Master gives you. It's all up to you what you want to do with it. I always go in just a little bit from this number here for where I want it, right? So we're going to go to D or E 20 for the X large. So like I said, we got to go to 20. I'm going to go to 19, right? I like to go over one number just a little bit to give us a better angle whenever it comes to putting it on there. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, bring this down, and then it called for D or E. So we're going to go ahead and stick it on D. Good to go. Got our backing in there. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on here. Good to go right there. Same thing, we're gonna grab our hoop, put it into place, clamp it down, right? Good to go. Right, so let's go ahead and pull this one out of here so we can look at it. So here is the image. Super clean, got a little bit right here we gotta clean up. But look at that, that looks really good. Bad making, printing, and embroidery. Alright, so same thing, you wanna make sure that you can reach under there, there's nothing in the way, right? Once you know there's nothing in the way, you could do your trace if you want to. I'm pretty sure, I already know it's not gonna hit it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Good to go, and then just hit start again. Alright, so the front of my jackets are done. I'm switching to my 11 by 13 hoop, right? So this is not gonna fit, right? So what we do is we take these out, and I like to clip them on here. And then I can slide it right into place where I need it without having to guess where to line this up. And then simply just tighten these up. Alright, so we're using the 11 by 13, right? So in able to use this right here, you have to purchase this piece right here. So I stick it on the very bottom one, right there and right there. The top one, the way I line it up is I'll put this one in here, grab this and slide it down until it falls into place, and then tighten these up in the back. So now when you look at it, it's gonna fall right into place. Right, so now we're gonna go cut some backing. Alright, so for my backing, I put some of these little nubs right here that I bought on Amazon and just lay my backing across there. And what I do is I just pull this out as far as I need it. We got the 11 by 13, so it's a little bigger. Come across, and we're good to go. And then I'll bring it back to the hoop master. Line it up. A little bit too big. Trim it up. Clamp that one in. Alright, so the same thing with this. We're going to go ahead and put our jacket back on here again. And bring it down. This time we don't have to fold it up because we have nothing in the way to hold it down, right? So we're good there. And then when I got my jacket on here, I like to use this marker right here. This is a white Choco Ace White. And what you can do is you can actually write on the jacket where you want to put it, and it'll show up white. And then whenever you're done, it can just simply wipe away with some water, right? But this one has this square piece right here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So this is going to be pretty easy to line up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here, I'm going to go another 2 inches down so that the image will be really big here in the back, right? It's about 10 inches by 8. So we're looking about that big right here. Somewhere around right here, right? 10 by 8. So we'll probably go an inch, maybe 1.5 inches down. I'm going to put a little line right here so I know that's where I want the top of my image to go. Alright, so then we're going to take our hoop. Remember, this U shape always has to be facing up, right? So you don't have to flip your image. And then we're simply going to take it and drop it into place. Alright, so that's nice. You look right here, we got this nub here, and this is exactly my center point. Come straight down. So we're good. I'm going to give it just a little tug. This is like a thicker jacket, so I'm going to tighten it up just a little bit. As you can see, the white has popped out, right? And then whenever we're done, if the embroidery doesn't cover it, we can always go back in there and just wipe it off, right? So then when you're done, this one doesn't have the little blue knobs, you just pull it straight up, all right? All right, so the same thing, whenever we're gonna do this, make sure you open this up and stick it through there. Or to be on the safe side, just unzip it, right? If you unzip it, come unzipped, the jacket will just be open, right? So then we're gonna take it and stick it onto the machine. All right, so Put it on the machine. Make sure it's clamped. If one side is out like this and this thing can move, your image is going to be crooked, right? And then if you find out later on that it's not all the way in and you put it in, the image isn't going to be registered, right? So I like to do is give it a little tug just to make sure that it is secure in the back. So we're good to go. Now, I'm not going to show you how we pick the image and set the image up because I've already done it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and trace our image. Just make sure that it's not going to come and hit this. Good there. Good there. Good there. So we are good to go with this. Remember, this is 139,000 stitches. We're going to go ahead and hit start. Let me do the thing. Is it. Check that out. I'm gonna take this and clean it up, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. All right, so there it is, all cleaned up. As you can see, this thing came out really nice. About 5 inches down. I like to go 5 inches down from the collar so that it's in the center of the back, not up on the shoulders, and it's not sitting too low. We got 2 more jackets of this to do, so we're not gonna go through the process of that because you guys saw one of them, because this one right here, it takes a while, right? So we're gonna go ahead and start on this one, and when this one's done, I'm gonna show you all of them. Let's do this. had people ask me in the past, when do I know it's time to change out the thread? And this is what I do. I go all the way to the very end, right? So if you let this run through the machine, you're gonna have to use a tool to rethread the whole thing. So before it runs out, if you're watching it and you catch it before it runs out, I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do this, right? So you're gonna take the piece that is left, right, in the machine, and then we're gonna grab our new thread from this one, and we're simply just gonna tie them together. Grab them, tie a knot in it, like that. Then I'm going to come to the front and I'm going to trim it. Alright, once I got it trimmed, I'm simply going to grab the thread and just, you look right here, this is where our knot is at that we made. We're going to bring it the rest of the way through. Go ahead and cut it apart. And then once you got it through the eye of the needle, you need to go through the presser foot. Once you got in the presser foot, you want to make sure that it's hooked around this hook right here. Once you got that, we're going to hit trim again. It's going to trim this piece that just came off, and then we can hit start again. So that is it. I just want to take you guys through the process on how I did these jackets right here, right? We had to do 3 of these and then 1 of the EMT jacket. So I want to say thanks to Bad Making for putting their trust in me and getting these done, right? So, all right, and then again, here is the back of the jacket. As you can see, this thing came out really nice. Look at that. Didn't have no problems when I was stitching this out. Again, remember, if you guys need digitizing done, check out the link down below. Get some digitizing by my boy Aram. He does really good work, so check him out. Let's look at the other jacket. Here is the second one that I did. That's what we did in the back. There's the front, and then they put a name on it also. So there's that part right there, right? All right, so that's it. We got to get out of here. We're doing like 50 hats right now. Check this out. All right, so as like I said, we had 50 of these hats to do. Check them out, coming out really good. Got a whole stack over here we gotta clean up. This whole box is done. And then we gotta finish. This is what's left of them. So, all right, so I gotta get back into this because again, we're only using this single head, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get back into this so I can finish this up. So I just wanna say thank you guys for watching another one of my videos. Thank you guys for all the support. And until next time, keep pressing.